Kalani, good afternoon to you. It's been one of the court cases of the last few years between Vodacom and the Please Call Me inventor, Nkosana Makate. Where are we?
Well, Stephen, tomorrow is the big day. The Supreme Court of Appeal will hear Vodacom's appeal to a Johannesburg High Court judgment last year, which ruled that the 47 million rand calculated by the CEO of Vodacom as fair compensation to Nkosana Makate should be reviewed. The court in Johannesburg last year said 47 million rand is nowhere near the amount that it should be paid by Vodacom to Nkosana Makate, the inventor. There is no doubt in both arguments, that the Please Call Me has generated a lot of revenue for Vodacom, in such that the court had also ruled previously in this 20-year battle that not only there should be 5% of the revenue generated from Please Call Me, there should be 25% revenue from calls that were made immediately resulting from Please Call Me, not just the advertising that you see when you receive the SMS itself. So it's been 20 years. He could have been 50 million rand richer and walked away, but his legal team is arguing that judging from all the experts that they've spoken to, he is entitled to no less than anything between 28 billion and 110 billion rand. But this is arguably one of the most interesting cases in intellectual property, a landmark case when it comes to the mobile communications company Vodacom and Please Call Me inventor Nkosana Makate. They are back in court in a battle that dragged for over 2 decades. A business reporter, Ntokozo Khumalo, is giving us a preview to remind us of the details of this case that goes back more than 20 years.
Innovation inspired by a long-distance love story has become a legal battle spanning over 20 years, with the inventor Nkosana Makate and the mobile giants failing to agree on compensation. As a junior consultant at Vodacom at the dawn of democracy, Makate proposed the Please Call Me service to his superiors who saw the potential. With the service launched in 2001 and Makate and Vodacom coming to an oral agreement regarding compensation. In 2004, Makate left Vodacom but continued to inquire about the compensation, and in 2007 officially wrote to the mobile operator regarding the issue. Makate approaches the High Court in Johannesburg in 2008 and sues Vodacom for the unpaid compensation in 2013. The following year, the High Court dismissed Makate's lawsuit with costs and his appeal was denied. But in 2015, Makate approaches the Constitutional Court after being rejected from Supreme Court of Appeal. However, negotiations continued to stall, with Vodacom making a 10 million rand offer to Makate in 2018. Makate not only rejected that offer, but also another offer of 47 million rand made later in 2019.
With me, really, it has been about putting the facts before the court of what PCM has generated. We're talking about a product that has been exported internationally, that was adopted by the whole of telecoms. We're talking about a product that has generated about 205 billion over 20 years. The numbers speak for themselves. And Vodacom knows that. It's not like they don't know that.
In an interview last year, Makate described the offer as repugnant, but it seemed the battle was over last year when the High Court ruled that Makate was entitled to 5% of the total voice revenue generated from the service between March 2001 and March 2021. Vodacom did not budge but took the ruling on appeal. CEO Shamil Yusuf on the back of financial results where the company saw revenue of over 100 billion rand.
Matters before the courts is very difficult to comment, and I have made a ruling, and arbitrated or tried to find a solution to the matter. Mr. Makate wasn't happy. He took it to court, and now we're back in court again with the rulings that have come out. So I think, it's before the courts, so very difficult to comment.
Makate had said he will not run out of steam and will continue to fight for what is due to him.
Been in this battle for over a decade in terms of courts, 2 decades in terms of the whole matter. So, and I've survived, and I'm still kicking. I'm patient. I understand the process. I'll work with the process as I have to, and I've been doing that. And I think that's what people should expect from me.
The Gauteng High Court had further ruled that Makate was also entitled to 27% of the revenue generated by the return of calls sent through the Please Call platform. Whether the inventor and mobile operator are ready to throw in the towel and agree on a compensation number, we will find out in court. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Bloemfontein.